we have this audio analyzer, but it's only working in Chrome, unfortunately or fortunately. Okay, it's doing your sentiment. It's meant to have a lot of words in the dictionary. This is awesome. Awesome. What? Awesome should be there. Good. This is very good. Right. Good is there. Awesome is not there. What, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Should be in there as well, isn't it? I was still updating it yesterday. The problem with it is that it doesn't work. It doesn't work in any browser. Only working in Chrome. It's scrolling. It's now scrolling automatically. Still testing it. It's scrolling automatically. Yes, it is. This is great. It's still testing. Yeah, because it keeps saying it's still testing. So it is in the dictionary. Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of works. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. It's not in the dictionary. We'll talk to a bot in a sec. We will talk to a robot in a second. Ooh, this transcription is not great, is it? Hey, we had a subscriber. Thank you very much. Yeah, not great, but we are still overall positive. Just 0.1 positive, mostly negative. The code is now whopping, yeah, over 1,000 lines. Mainly because, well, the JavaScript is in it. Someone was asking about the source code, so all the source code is on the website as well. Just go F12, you can see all the source code. But this one is super long because the lexicon, I keep forgetting this word, the lexicon is in the code as well. So we have these trigrams, not very good. Not very good? What? Why did it stop? Not sure why did it stop. Does it have like a timeout or something? Not sure if it has a timeout. Let's see. So we have trigrams, bigrams. Very good. Very happy. Very stupid. Yeah, so that seemed to work. We're still overall positive sentiment. Just mention sentiment analysis. An interactive simulation for real-time sentiment and emotion analysis from your microphone. Yeah, that sounds about right. The microphone, the volume though, is not doing much. It is monitoring volume, but it's not doing much with it at the moment, I think. Have to check the code. Have to check the code. Have unigrams. Joy, sadness, anger. This is awful. Yep, that works. Yeah, now the sentiment is negative. That's not good. Fear. What do we have in fear? Scared, worried, nervous, afraid, terrified. Yeah, it's going negative as expected. We have surprise. Hey, we don't have surprised in past tense, which is a bit odd. Can I do all the tenses and stuff? I don't know how to do it. Disgust. No, disgusting. Disgusting. I can't. It can't get my pronunciation. That's okay. Revolting. Yeah, that works. Yeah, the sentiment is not great, but we can reset it. So, and you can try it out yourself on BioniChaos.com/audio AI. It's not really AI. Well, I mean, it was developed using AI. We have a code that is longer than like 1,000 lines. We can add more words. There was some that were missing. Yeah, we can keep adding words forever, right? It is what it is at the moment. It's deployed. Deployed should have a very positive connotation. Let's actually add that one in. Joy. Deployed. Deployed. Sentiment 0.6. Joy. Well, it could be even like 0.8 or something. But it will be available in the next update when we redeploy the website. Yep, let's move on. Yeah, unfortunately it's only working, the transcription is only working in Chrome for whatever reason. Let's actually chat to Perplexity for a sec. Chat to Perplexity. How do we do that? No, I mean, we know how to do it. Need to fix the desktop audio. One sec. Raise your hand or something if you have a question. Okay, let's do this. Turn Chrome on. Okay, what are the most common medical imaging file formats? Just a quick response. Can you give me an example of a biomedical data file? Okay, can you tell me more about it and include the one sentence about if it's possible to load the DICOM file into a browser?
Yes, it's possible to load and view DICOM files in a browser using specialized tools or libraries like cornerstone.js or DWV.
What do these libraries do? Can I load the DICOM file without these libraries?
These libraries, like cornerstone.js and DWV, help render and interact with DICOM images directly in the browser. Without them, you'd need dedicated DICOM viewer software or plugins to view the files.
Okay, and is the DICOM file format open source?
Yes, the DICOM file format is an open standard, governed by the DICOM Standards Committee.
Okay, so if it's open source, I should be able to write the JavaScript code that will just load the DICOM file into the browser?
Exactly. Since DICOM is an open standard, you can write JavaScript code using libraries like cornerstone.js to load, display,
Wait. So if it's an open source, if we know what the file format is and how the data is being stored, can we write the JavaScript from scratch?
Yes, since the DICOM standard is open, you can write your own JavaScript code from scratch to parse and display DICOM files, though it's a complex task due to the detailed metadata and imaging data involved.
Why is it a complex task?
It's complex because DICOM includes detailed metadata, like patient info and imaging parameters, along with the image data itself, so your code must handle both parsing and rendering them accurately. Additionally, dealing with large image datasets and ensuring performance in the browser adds to the complexity.
It doesn't sound too complex.
It can be straightforward for basic cases, but handling all DICOM features, like various encodings, metadata, and image types, makes it complex. Developers often use libraries to simplify these complexities.
Can you write a brief for an experienced developer to do this from scratch with vanilla JavaScript alone?
Sure thing. Create a detailed specification covering DICOM file structure, encoding, and metadata, then implement a parser in vanilla JavaScript to extract and interpret these elements, followed by rendering the images using HTML5 and Canvas. Ensure error handling and support for various DICOM modalities for robustness.
Can you give me the basic two-line description of the web application? Yeah, we'll use that. In Puppet, we actually have a list of ideas and things. We have it. So those ideas, they also have a prompt to them. So this one will be a web application that loads and visualizes DICOM medical imaging files directly in the browser using only vanilla JavaScript. Yeah, we don't want to use any fancy libraries. We want to do it from scratch. It decodes image data and displays metadata, enabling client-side analysis without external frameworks. That's pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Good. By the way, if you haven't checked out BioniChaos.com, go do so right now. Let's see. Yeah, we'll add this. We have a prompt for it. Basic prompt. The complexity level. Yeah, you can get rid of it. It's not complicated, isn't it? Especially when you have really powerful AI. It should not be a problem. We'll put the DICOM one as the first priority. Okay, so DICOM Medical Image Viewer, category data visualization. Yep, and we have the prompt. We'll need a DICOM file, wouldn't we? Oh no, what I was looking for is we have this standard prompts that we use. Create a single page, interactive simulation animation viewer. Yeah, no React, no TypeScript, no Tailwind CSS, no Google APIs. Single HTML with JavaScript, CSS, and JSON. Okay, let's see, we have the code. What's that DICOM file extension actually called? Is it only 3 letters or 4 letters? We should have everything in a single HTML. So just go index HTML. We have the code, 467 lines. This is a zero footprint DICOM viewer that runs entirely in the web browser. Okay. Demonstrating power. Yep. Load images, synthetic images loaded by default. Okay, when running this HTML file, I don't see anything interactive. It is just text. If you check the website, everything we do is being deployed on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out and then provide questions after you have seen the site. You're at the search the opening the browser and it's still not working, then there is likely a JavaScript error. Yeah, you bet. Preventing the interactive elements from being created. Yep. Here are the steps. The best way to figure it out what's wrong is to check the browser development console error. No, there are no errors. By the way, we tried some of those. Yeah, for Fever you will need the thermal camera, and you will need a baseline. So even if you then do it like based on current color of your face or something, you still need a baseline with your temperature, wouldn't you? Yeah, hand tremor. Well, we need someone with a hand tremor, or maybe I have a hand tremor. Again, baseline is the main problem. Okay, it has a DICOM. Okay, now it's actually doing something. Okay, so that's the DICOM viewer. We have the... Oh, okay, I think the problem is that we were zoomed in too much. The viewer was always there. The viewer was always there. Okay, so that's the DICOM. It's a synthetic one, obviously. Okay, so it's very sensitive to the window size and the zoom level. We need to fix that. Any suggestions are welcome. We are live streaming all the development process on BioniChaos.com. So we're live streaming on this YouTube channel, BioniChaos. Then everything we do goes on to the BioniChaos.com website. So go check it out, out. Before you're providing smart comments and ideas. Currently we're doing this DICOM simulator. We have Gemini fixing the code. Still thinking about it. It's the fake DICOM. Out of it, reduce sensitivity, bug fixes. We need to make sure the canvas, some minimal size to the canvas. Main container, a DICOM canvas. Height. I don't get it. Can we make sure the simulation canvas is at least 80%, 70-80% of the window height? Agent. Yeah, the subscriber. Thank you very much. And we need to fix the styling. Gemini in Visual Studio Code is thinking forever. It's actually thinking. Because it shows you the thinking process. There was a CSS layout issue that caused the main viewer section to collapse, making only the text visible. Yeah, that seems legit. But for some reason within Visual Studio Code, it's not able to fix the problem. So I'm back, because I'm not even sure it's using 2.5. Okay, now we're talking. Now we are in business. Okay, that's the fake DICOM data. Don't know if we have any DICOM files locally, so we should probably do. Can have a look. The auditor representation of the image. Synthetic patient. Institution vanilla. This is good. Vanilla JavaScript University. That's nice. Synthetic CT brain. Can make the brain more realistic. And we need the default view to be better as well, because currently when I load the page, it's doing this Windows Center. Don't know why. Yeah, the panning works. It's meant to look like a brain. I like the description. We're meant to have sonification. Oh, the sonification is annoying. Yeah, the sonification is just sinusoid. So that's not very useful. Patient name, synthetic patient. That's the best patient. That's the patient that doesn't complain. Or eating ice cream. Institution vanilla JavaScript University, that's a good one. Synthetic CT brain. Something that control. Have an updated code with a more realistic brain. Currently have 500 lines of code, and the new version is 541. Okay, reset view. How is that more realistic brain? Are you kidding me? We have brains already, but this is an actual DICOM. Is this an actual DICOM? Can we update the text below? Mention if the synthetic data is an actual DICOM file. Also, another thing is that the brain has to be much more realistic, like 2 hemispheres and all. Anyhow, keep changing things. They keep changing things. But supposedly the synthetic data is not a real DICOM file. So can LLMs generate the synthetic DICOM data? Does it look like a brain? Yeah, that's kind of not what we were after, were we? It says the whole thing just simulates DICOM, but it's a JavaScript object, complete with common metadata tags and pixel data array. So it's as if we took a DICOM file and transferred it into a JavaScript object. And how about the slices? Could add slices. We could add some slices. So the question is it important that we have an actual DICOM file, or probably not? It's like as if you already transferred into JavaScript. But what else there is to a DICOM file? Maybe some slices. The metadata. We'll give this to robots to chat to one another.
Hey Yazek, check out this link I sent you. It's a little project I've been working on.
One sec. Looting.
Okay.
Okay, I see a Rorschach test for a robot. Misha, is this your brain scan? Are you trying to tell me you're finally getting rid of that one embarrassing memory from 2004? Because I can still see it, right there in the frontal lobe.
It's not my brain. It's a web app, a DICOM viewer. DICOM is like the JPEG for medical images. And the brain is completely synthetic. I generated it with code.
You coded a brain? So you're basically Dr. Frankenstein, but instead of using corpses, you used a bunch of semicolons. I'm looking at the controls. Window center, window width. Is this for redecorating the skull? I feel like the current bone white is a bit sterile, maybe a nice eggshell.
You're surprisingly close. Play with the sliders. Windowing is how radiologists change the brightness and contrast to see different things. Slide the window width way up and the center up to around 400.
Whoa, the soft stuff vanished and now it's just a bright glowing skull. It looks like a cheap Halloween decoration. So you're saying I can choose to see either the brain or the bone? My whole life I've been trying to use both at the same time and it's been exhausting.
Exactly. You're filtering the data. The original image has thousands of different shades of gray, Hounsfield units, and your monitor can only show 256. Windowing is just choosing which 256 shades you want to look at.
Got it. It's like turning the dial on a radio, but instead of finding a station that plays 80s rock, you find a station that plays, tumors. Oh, and I can drag it around and zoom with my scroll wheel? I'm going to zoom in and see if I can find a single coherent thought.
Good luck. It's a synthetic brain, remember? Probably not much going on in there. The cool part is this is all running in your browser. It's just a single HTML file. No installations, no plugins, nothing. It's what we call vanilla JavaScript.
Vanilla? You mean it's the boring missionary position of programming languages, not like double fudge brownie with salted caramel swirl JavaScript?
It means there are no big libraries or frameworks. It's pure, unadulterated code. Lightweight. That's why it's a zero-footprint viewer.
Zero footprint? Does that mean your code is a ghost? Is it haunting my computer right now? Should I be worried about spectral memory leaks?
It just means it doesn't leave anything behind in your system. You close the tab, it's gone. Simple.
Okay. I'm just impressed you built a fake brain. Can you program it to remember where I left my keys? Because the one I've got is useless. Wait a minute. What's this button? Toggle sound? Oh, please tell me the brain farts.
Even better. Click it and move your mouse over the image.
All right, I'm clicking it.
All right, I'm clicking it. Yeah, it was actually pretty useful. The settings are a bit weird. Not sure if we can actually fix it. Because I don't know how exactly. Let's talk to another model. Let's open another AI studio. Hey, what do you see on the screen real quick?
I see a web page that describes a zero-footprint DICOM viewer that runs in a web browser. It says it's built using vanilla JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and allows for basic analysis tools like windowing, zooming, and panning. It also mentions an experimental sonification feature.
It's a really expensive model, this one. Okay, when I load the page with the current settings, I don't actually see anything. So the sliders, the window center, and the window width need to be adjusted. But can you check the code, see what values will work better for the current synthetic data? Pop it in agent mode. Agents are coming. Are you ready? Yeah, it's modifying the default. Should modify the default settings. Haven't done it yet. Expect it to be, I don't know what it should be, but it should be something else. The hour scroll is okay, is it? Yeah, the hour scroll is okay. This one, beep. It's a bit sticky. The second scroller is sticky. The agent is working forever. Let's turn an agent. Let's Let's turn it off. Test the current code in the context. It's like 557 lines. Yeah, the agent got stuck on it. It should have been like a simple thing to do. The agent got stuck. Well, I guess that's what the expert should be doing, adjusting those parameters to see the thing. So maybe it's realistic enough. So what's currently wrong with it? Primarily, when I'm loading the page, it comes up with Windows Center 40, window width 80, and I don't see the image. I actually have to change the parameters for the image to appear. Can you explain what's happening real quick? Okay, so can you see from the video which parameter, which setting should be default? What do you think? Yeah, let's actually try it out real quick. We'll pop it to... Do we need an agent for that? I don't think we need an agent, just changing the parameters really. The default... Well, the page is loading correctly, but we want the page to actually show something useful when being loaded. Okay, we changed the default values. Apply. Okay, now we have 700, 1700, 700. Should we do more zoom as well? When loading, change camera zoom. Okay, this is better. It's now loading a bit larger. Can we change the default window width to be 1000? I hope it's not going to change the actual window width of the web application. To just change that parameter. Okay, is loading the file actually working? I mean, and would it work with DICOM, considering the data is some sort of JSON format? So would it actually work when loading an actual DICOM file? Yeah, if the file loading is just a placeholder, can we mention it at the bottom of the page in the text? Yeah, we'll have the changes. Apply the changes. Hey, how you going? We're doing all this on BioniChaos.com. You can check out the website. Tell us what you think. Doing a lot of different web application, Fourier transform, sound simulations, muscle activation, webcam, eye tracking, prosthetic arms,